Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first notable flow watch list session. So I'm going to be going over notable flow. Obviously, I'm going to be recording these now instead of just posting it on Twitter. So just by going through the flow today, didn't really see too many things that caught my eye just because how lackluster the market has been. But there were some that I caught, and we want to make sure that these could work in the next coming days. So I saw Dish 12.5 puts for 317 expiration being rolled to the 10.5 puts for 421 expiration. I'm going to show you guys all the flow that's being posted on these notes. So someone basically has pretty high conviction that this stock is going to go lower because they're rolling these contracts out. FTI, we saw 2 consecutive days of 17 calls for 421 expiration. 498,000 in premium, 731,000 call premium to 44,000 to put premium. Saw some AMGN 230, 220 put debit spreads for 317 expiration. Saw some PUBM 15 and 12.5 put debit spreads for 317 expiration. CTIC 5 put 317 expiration for 163,000. 6,600 in volume, and then a WDC 3836 put debit spread for 324. So let's go to Dish and let's see what I am talking about. So we obviously do see a lot of put buyers here. This 10 put is obviously going to be part of that roll. I'm sorry, that 10.5 put is going to be part of that roll. Oh, it was a 10 put. I'm sorry, not a 10.5 put. So again, they were rolling this 12.5 put of 7,567 contracts, 953,000, and they're rolling it to the 421 expiration 10 put, 15,000 in size, 908,000 in premium, 21,000 in volume. So this is what I am seeing for Dish. Now, if you look at the chart, let's pull up the chart. So what do we got? I mean, geez, right? On the weekly, it's at lows, right? So, I mean, there's going to be a resistance at the highs of 11.85, 11.808, obviously, is the lows, right? Earnings are out the way. So if it breaks below the lows of 11.08, there's obviously going to be more downside, right? So you want to see if it can break the lows, have a stop at 11.85, because if it does break above 11.85, I mean, there's a support here at around 12.16, or you can even, I would probably just like raise it here, because as you can see, there's been multiple bounces, 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounce, a couple, we're held here, and then finally dropped. So again, I mean, this is at the low of the lows, right? So if it breaks 11.08, there's just going to be way more downside. Okay, so let's go to FTI. The FTI, we've obviously been seeing a lot of 17 calls. This is from yesterday, but as you see, if we open up for today, there was also more buys as well. 4,300 in ask volume. You'll obviously see that there's 10,000 added into the open interest, right? So we do see that it is as the calls as well. 7,500 volume, 16,000 in open interest. So this is multiple days that they've been buying this contract, right? Oops. So this is something to watch out for. It did have a sell-off when it hit the highs today. But if you go on the daily, obviously it's very extended, right? So we do have the highs of 16.03. We do have a support at 15.05, right? The lows are here on yesterday, right? So as long as it can hold 15.05, right, it's still a good setup. Okay? I mean, you're still above all moving averages. It's curling higher, right? And you just got to have this resistance at 16.03, right? So, and it seems like there's something going on there, but Earnings are out the way. As long as it holds 15.05, it looks good to stay long, right? Now, if it breaks below 15.05, then I would guess that AEMA will probably be your first support around 14.67, and then you have some resistance here at 14.31. I think the best bet, if you are long 17 calls, if it breaks below 15.05, this is probably a good place to stop. But if you obviously are long, you want to see it break the highs of 16.03. So that is FTI. AMGN. I think I have AMGN already somewhere. Yes. So the AMGN, this was a 230, 220 put debit spread for 317 expiration. You can see that they bought 4,100 of the 230 puts for 1.2 million, and they're selling to open the 220 put for 8,200, size of 615,000. Right? So this is a pretty big bearish bet, right? You can also call it a front spread as well. For AMGN. So again, this is a bearish bet. So let's see what AMGN can do. Again, AMGN, this is actually very interesting, right? So I had this run out a long time ago. This was back in September. So in September, we were in this consolidation area, right? Where it was just hanging, between 232.24 and 225.04. Once it finally broke 232, the rest is history, right? Pushed higher. Now look where we are. It's like we're back to square one. So if this breaks below, if we can hold below 232.24, it hit the lows of 231.57, right? But if we want to see a full daily candle below here, honestly, I would expect it to fill this gap, right? And that's around 225. Okay, so that was a 230, 220 put. So that would take it. That would be a very nice play, right? So again, if it breaks this 232, you got some nice gaps to fill. If it holds, well, we got to find resistance, which is around, if it hit the highs of 234, that would be a resistance right here, right? So 234.58 could be your stop. Or it's a place where you can start managing your position to see if you want to hold longer or not. So this looks like a great setup. Again, dividends are out the way. Earnings are out the way. Seems like this has a good downside, right? If it can hold below 232.24. It's actually a crazy run up. Realize that. All right. PUBM. Do I have it here? Not. So PUBM, there was a hefty put debit spread. They were buying the 15 puts for 317 expirations, and they were selling the 12.5 puts for 317 expiration. 2982 in size, 298,000 in premium, and then the selling to open 60,000 in premium. So this is again another bearish put debit spread. They are expecting downside on this stock. So if we go back the chart, what do we see here? We see that there is a support at around 14.98, right? The 50 EMA is at 15.26. It's currently trading below it, right? Now where we can see there's a resistance around 15.54. So if you are short, I would like to see it below the 50 EMA, trade below, which it is right now. Earnings are, seems like they already had, oh wow, okay. Well, whatever I just said doesn't mean anything. It seems like these guys will profit because right now it's saying 13.8814. So I guess we got to disregard this one. I didn't even know they had earnings today, but well, it is what it is. Now, if it stays below, well, you still have, well, if it, let's say 14, right? Right here, it actually has a resistance here, right? So, if that's earnings out the way, fuck. All right, well, excuse my language. This one's washed, but congrats to these ones. They're going to make some money. I don't think they're going to make too much, but all right, well, earnings are out the way on this one, so We scratched that one. CTIC, 5 puts for 317 expiration. Saw these 317 expiration. Very cheap premium, 5,850 in size, 146,000, 6,500 in volume at the ask, right? So let's look at the chart on this one. So CTIC, it's above the 8. It's riding right along the 21 EMA, but it's trading below the 50 EMA, right? It kind of looks like a rising wedge, sort of. I wouldn't say necessarily, but what's it called? Ascending trend line. What I like to do, I just like to keep it simple, just for the resistance support. So we got some resistance here at around my what's it called? Actually, could use it. So again, ascending trend line, I would expect it to break below, right? Because they're expecting a 5 put. So we got 8 EMA at around 5.43. So if it breaks below 5.43, then I would expect that the 200 EMA is at 5.33. I'm guessing this is a pretty low, 2.3 million shares traded. So it's not bad. It's not terrible. Earnings are on 3.6. So this could also be an earnings bet. Again, if you are short, there is a resistance at 5.52. I would just use the 50 EMA, which is around 5.54. But again, the 8 EMA would be a good support, 5.43. So if it breaks below the 5.43, 8 EMA, I'd expect it to tag the 200 EMA at 5.33. Very cheap bet, 22 cents a contract. Hopefully just has volume because it is a 317 expiration. So you want that downside to happen pretty quickly, right? All right. Last but not least, WDC 3836 put debit spread. So we saw these cross trades 38 puts 30. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Yep. 38 puts that are being bought for 120,857 in size. And the 36 puts were being sold to open for 60,000 premium, 857 size. So another bearish put debit spread. So we look on the chart for WDC. What are we looking at? Let's delete all these. So we got some support here, right? And it seems like this has been a pretty big resistance. So we could see it couldn't break here, right around 38.27, and we dropped lower, right? Finally broke 38.27, gapped up, right? So now we're back at the same spot. So if it breaks below 38.27, we are trading below all moving averages, the 50, the 8, the 21, the 200. Okay, and they're all starting to curl lower. If we break the 38.27 support, where is our next level? So this is acting as a support, right? So if it breaks 38.27, we have this consolidation area here, right? So I'm expecting if it breaks below 38.27, it can fill the gap back to the 37 level. Now, if we break below the 37 level, we got some support at around 36.6. So that's going to do it for the notable flow watch list recap. Hopefully it helps. Comment the video or tweet at me if if you want me to change anything. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to do this every night. These will be posted daily. So good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.